marking his territory.
Marking?
Well, dang.
Gods, he's spraying like a horny pup.
Ooh.
Harald may be young, but he's clever. Do not underestimate him.
Alright, we're gonna not even worry about it. We're just gonna hard load in. Yeah, we're just gonna hard load. And we'll rely on that.
Harald's colors. He's already marking his territory.
Marking?
Well, dang, okay. That's something to come into.
Like a horny pup.
Harald may be young, but he's clever. Do not underestimate him. He came of age very quickly.
Well, with that, what is going on, everyone? It's Freebrand Gaming here, and welcome back. And today we are continuing our journey into AC Valhalla. Oh.
If you wish to have words, come closer.
Okay, we're not gonna mess with you. You're a skull. Alright, let's talk to you.
How are you doing, Hytham? You survived a serious blow.
Yeah.
I am mending. I will never be the warrior Basim wishes me to be, but I can serve my brotherhood in many other ways.
With Kjotve dead, you return to the south.
We are going west, in fact. Basim is a tireless crusader.
Get some rest
okay.
before you set out, then. Injured men do not fare well on the open ocean.
Of course. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Alright, so we're looking for Sigurd. He's probably in the hut. Alright.
Can I interest you in a game of Orlok?
No, I'm looking for my brother.
It's Eivor. Open the door.
Come in. Keep your voice down. We will alert Harald's men.
Oh.
Where will we live? The English will fight back. The wars will never end.
Well, damn.
2 days ago, we rid this land of Kjotve and his dogs. Yet today, we do not celebrate. Today we cower under a cloud of fear.
Rip. Whose fault is that, though?
It need not be like this. We are not the heel-trodden subjects of a boy king. We are the Raven clan. Our destiny is our own.
Did you know about your father's oath to Harald?
I did not. And for that my anger burns hotter than any man's here. But I will not let that drive me into despair. We cannot stay in Norway. Not under Harald's boot. Not without fueling more war. So we push forward. To newer lands.
Ooh.
To England. And there make a new home. A kingdom of our own.
The sons of Ragnar Lothbrok have been in England 8 winters already. Is there any land left for a clan of our size?
More than enough, wife. Of the 4 kingdoms of England, only one is truly pacified.
I have no desire to wear Harald's leash. I like this idea.
Me too, Dag.
A saga for the ages. I agree.
It will take time and resources to build ourselves a new home, but the riches taken from Kjotve's raid would suffice.
No. That belongs to my father, as a fair compensation. In England, we must start anew.
You would start us with nothing? In a land we do not know? Among people who hate us?
Kjotve's riches would go some way to easing our passage, Sigurd. I bested him. It is within my rights to claim his goods.
Our leaving must not be an assault on my father. It is a time of renewal for us.
Why is there not an option to take some of them? Fine, we'll leave them
If you
here.
object, I understand. Let your father keep Kjotve's riches. England will have riches and cargo enough for us.
Good. I did not want this cloud hanging over us. It is a wise leader who considers the need of others.
But you should also consider the needs of your own people over others first.
And tighten your lips. The last thing we need is the attention of Harald's troops.
All right. Ooh, the seer.
How much did you hear?
All of it.
Enough. A new path is revealed, and your journey will be challenging.
Ooh.
Will you not join us?
For my mother's sake, I cannot. But our threads will cross again before the final day. Until then, farewell.
Goodbye for now. Alright. And time changes. Oh, fade to black. Alright, speak to him at the docks. I'm not sure how you're supposed to let go of that. I assume you let go with your left hand in that situation. Just so that... I don't... yeah, because I think if you let go the other way, I think you're likely to have the axe head get caught on the rope.
I think one will marry you and carry you off to the capital.
Would he?
He would take his pleasure and move on, you moon-eyed magpie, leaving you with a little soldier to race by yourself.
Damn. She ain't wrong, though. Alright, let's talk to Sigurd.
Eivor, the wind favors us. We should set sail without delay.
Got it.
You made quick work of packing. Well done.
The dream of new lands is a powerful lure.
As is the promise of glory. But the act of leaving
Yes.
so beloved a home, there is a sadness to it.
Having doubts?
No, not at all. The die is cast.
Then let fate guide our journey. Are you ready?
Alright, well, I guess it's time to go.
Let us take to the water and leave unbothered while we have the chance.
That chance is past. Look.
Fate flies on swifter wings than we.
King
Yeah.
Harold's banner.
Ugh, great.
Sigurd, what is this assembly? What are you planning?
An exit, father. As graceful as I can. For if I cannot be king in the land of my birth, I will start a new saga. In England.
Yeah.
Nonsense. Your place is here, son, at my side. There will be other victories soon. Other glories.
My choice
Sorry.
is made, father. Do not hope otherwise.
Yeah.
Styrbjorn Jarl. Our men were killed as we patrolled nearby. And the word is, Eivor swung the axe.
I didn't kill anyone since I got here.
What would they say of their deaths, wolf-kissed?
They would tell you how they offered us insults, and how I slew them for it.
As the dead cannot defend themselves, a vergelt is wanted. 50 weight of silver for each life. By law.
50 weight?
You will have it from me. A parent must pay the price of his children's folly.
That was generous, Lord.
Why England? Why throw away all you have for such an uncertain future? Here you could be a king's hero, Eivor.
It's just funny, because I didn't kill anyone on the way here.
All across Harold's many kingdoms.
No. I'll not be captive to another man's gaudy design. My destiny is my own to weave.
Eivor speaks for both of us, father. You gambled your honor, and you lost your family. I hope the trade was worth it.
Anger and sadness wrestle for my heart. But I am glad you'll leave this place alive.
Same. Alright. Yeah, because I'm like, I don't remember killing anyone when we got here. I think that was just them trying to extort us. Alright. And away we go.
Time for tears is over, you weeping sacks of wool. Put some muscle into those pulls.
Ration your strength, dog. We have an ocean to cross.
All right, you
Yeah.
lazy back route. Sigurd, what's our course?
The Sons of Ragnar established a settlement near the coast. We set sail for them. Raggi, sing a song to lift our hoof.
Alright. And away we go.
Inspire a mighty fart from Thor to speed us on our way.
Alright, I have no control over this.
An ocean lies before us, Eivor. And on its far side, a new kingdom awaits.
You know
I see.
England well from your travels.
I spent a season in their kingdom of Mercia, a temperate land, lush and wild. By now, the Sons of Ragnar will have claimed its heart.
You mean to join their army?
They will join ours. In time,
Okay.
all of England will know of Ravenclan and the glory we brought to that fractured land. So to England, glory.
Oh, we're using
and
sails. I was about to say, who's rowing?
To England! For Valhalla!
Woo! Oh, title card, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I thought we already hit a title card. Okay. Took me 4 streams to finally get one. Oh, we're back here. Some large stone structures seem to hide a powerful energy. Locate the focal point of the under... Okay. Ah, welcome back to the modern timeline. It's been a while. Are we still... What's her name? Alia? Why do I know the name Alia? Oh, never mind. I forget her name, though. You know, the new, keeper. Well. Yep. For a walk we go.
In a lecture at the University of Cambridge, Dr. Circa told a worried audience that scientists have few answers for them.
Ah.
Since the mass coronal ejection of 2012, the strength of the Earth's magnetic field has increased by a factor of 50,000. This has resulted in huge disturbances in radio and satellite communications, dangerous bands of radiation around the poles, and as we can all see from our window, an aurora borealis that never burns away. Unfortunately, we are stumped as to why this is happening, and if we cannot find an answer soon, it may change the way we live, the way we communicate, even the way we evolve forever.
Oh, is that, Miles? What's his name? It's not Desmond. Oh, that's Sean, never mind.
Oh, new and improved citrus flavor.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Layla, there we go. That's her name. I was close enough with Alia. Layla, Alia, same letters. Just one letter difference.
How do we fix this? How are you the key to everything?
Hmm. How did you even find them just randomly out here?
You're a long way from home, Eivor.
Alright. Alright, yeah, let's run back to the house.
Did you get my tea?
No, Rebecca's here.
Mint tea is not actually tea, Bex. It's an infusion. It's really just dirty, minty water.
I don't care what you call it, Sean. Did you buy any?
Of course I did, love.
Hey,
So are these two still a thing, or
the generator was sputtering.
That's fine. I needed air.
How was the Animus data stream? Comfortable?
Felt pretty stable.
Oh, it's nice to
after a
see
while.
these two back again.
Good. Just give me a sec and you can jump back in.
Let's say, because we haven't heard from them since, what, Syndicate? So, 2 games, really. Well, 3, because the
Another
Chronicles,
satellite
but...
came down. Did you see?
I did. One of Abstergo's.
That's good.
Well, most of North America just lost its GPS service, so depends what you mean by good, really.
Right. Even when we win, we lose.
Yeah.
Okay, we're all set. Whenever you're ready, you can jump back in.
Alright. Before we jump back in, let's look at everything.
You mind if I put some music on?
Nope, turn it off. 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 I don't want to deal with copyright. Alright.
That's quite nice. Soothing.
Alright. What's up here?
Sean has been busy.
A strange message. An audio fragment sent from an unknown location on our encrypted service. Nothing was stolen. My stream froze on my phone. Let me make sure it was just stream being done on my phone. Don't open Facebook. Just corrupted. Just, nothing corrupted. Just a quick deposit and gone. We got lucky this time. So, what is it? Cryptic sound file. Voice unknown with signal beneath it. Signal was code. That's your precise spot here in New England. We dug and good lord, we struck gold. Well, silver. dominant currency in the Dark Ages. Point is, it was a grave site, a Norse warrior dating to the late 9th century, early 10th century AD, a few centuries before the earliest known settlements. This is big news if we have it right. Questions remain. How did these bones get here, and why?
Hello, Layla.
Do you have any questions or stuff for me? Oh yeah, my stream dropped.
A few hundred years of scholarship about the first Europeans to set foot in North America. Apart from that, it's just a bunch of muddy bones, isn't it?
Can we talk about this thing on my neck for a second?
Yeah.
The mood stabilizer. Yes.
It's not harmful, is it? I mean, I feel good, but I want to make sure there's no side effects.
Yeah.
There shouldn't be. It's only blocking outside signals, a passive effect. So the staff doesn't, you know, mess with you.
Sean, what happened last year, I had no control over that. I tried to resist.
I understand. And your old team, maybe they don't. But we've seen that sort of thing.
Ah, so that's the story behind what happened with all that. Why we're with
to the
them.
bottom of why the world is about to end for the second time in 8 years. Then you wear that thing until we say otherwise. William's orders.
There we go.
I know.
William Miles.
Not a problem.
It's just a few more weeks, yeah? Just until we figure this out.
I hope he makes
You're
another
right.
appearance.
I know you're right. You gonna put this in the fridge, Sean?
Of course. In half a minute.
Remember, tomatoes go on the counter, not the fridge.
Wait, why? Oh, is that the thing where, like,
Say,
tomatoes cause other
all the
things
garbage must
to,
be packed out, and please water the plants once a day. Yeah, I won't remember that.
is that a thing about, like, tomatoes cause other fruits and veggies to actually go bad
Sean,
quicker?
Don't forget to water the plants while I'm under, okay?
I'll add it to the calendar and tattoo it on my leg.
Yeah.
Be nice to sleep in a real bed when this is over.
Alright. Talk to Rebecca.
Feeling okay?
Better.
Well?
But I'm worried that it could happen again. The 2 data streams.
I
Oh,
can't
yeah.
promise it won't. I barely understand it myself.
Yeah.
It felt like 2 minds fighting over one brain. It hurt like a shotgun to the head.
Yeah.
There's something about this Viking's DNA sample that feels dense, noisy.
Could it be the staff? Interfering somehow?
How do you mean?
My
Well.
headaches, my temper. They started the day I got that thing.
I
True.
hope you're not making excuses for, you know, your friend.
Jesus, no. I'm not.
I mean,
Sorry.
kind of.
Just take it easy. And if you feel yourself slipping again, let us
Hold
know.
up, hold
I'm
up.
trying.
Sean's usually the one that's
really
kind of an asshole. Why is Rebecca... Okay, well... Let's
I
examine
went
you.
through hell to bring you here. It had better be worth it.
Alright.
Let's have a look.
Now there's going to be a lot of stuff for us to go through here. Alright. Alright, from Remy Hassan to Layla. Oh, the original. From Layla to... I don't have COVID, no, and I'm still well isolated. It's just 3 of us traveling together, staying out of sight. Thanks for clearing that up in such profound detail. I'm sure I'll sleep soundly now. Ram. Okay. Alright, start from the bottom. I hate doing this. Alright. From Layla to Rami. Rami, forgive the Hold up. Oh, let's start from the bottom. Alright. From Unknown Sender to... You. L, what's your favorite baseball team? Would your favorite baseball team happen to be the Atlanta Seagulls? Layla, who the fuck is this? Unknown Sender. You have a gift and a curse. The gift of old blood, the curse of not understanding. We can help if you help us. We did is not your fault, but you must take responsibility for it, otherwise nothing gets done. One of us will contact you. If you miss us, you miss your chance. Alright. L, one last message, after which all communication between us via this account or any other will cease. We have our own ways of talking methods that cannot be sniffed or traced. Your previous team made this mistake. They knew the risk, but they were sloppy, left traces of their activity on everything. Digital fingerprints everywhere. This will not happen with us. My colleagues tell me the initial meeting went well. They're impressed if it, a little wary of the influence your new toy has on you, but they know better than most of what it means to live with such a burden. Curious to know more about this air of memories epithet. It's not a phrase we have heard in all our decades of research. In a few weeks' time, we will contact you once more. If you are interested in proceeding, follow our instructions to the letter. If you're not interested or break any of our procedures, this will be the last time you hear from us. Take this to heart. The world is sick and getting sicker. The Earth's magnetic field is growing stronger. Satellites are falling from the sky. Earthquakes are getting more frequent. Famines are becoming more and more frequent. Now, we have credible reports of a new and deadly virus sweeping through Asia. I can feel like we're living through a Yeatsian nightmare. Mere anarchy is loosed upon the world in many ways, but there's a cure. Us. I didn't realize this came out during COVID. In the past few months, we have come across something that might help us solve our most pressing problems. A very promising message that may help us reverse the dire course we're on. If you want to be part of the solution, join us. If not, we wish you the best of luck. Oh, this was just when COVID was starting to... Yeah, I think there were reports in what? Like December 2019 of COVID starting in China. Alright, from us, I'm ready. Good. Alright. Remy, it's been for a while. Remy, forgive the short email. I wanted to call, but I'm not using phones right now, and my time is limited. I'm still recovering from my trip. Things got out of hand, and nothing was expected. People got hurt, and I told you it was for research, and it was, but not for... I assume that's supposed to be upstairs, go. The truth is, I haven't worked for them for a few years. It's a long story, and I won't bother you with the details, but it wasn't for me. I'll leave it at that. The group I'm with now, I can't explain, not over email, but they've shown me things, given me opportunities, and opened my eyes to a broader view. But not without cost. In fact, I fucked up last year more than once, and I need to make it right. This all sounds cryptic. It is, but if I'm not in danger, not in the way you might think. If I'm being vague, it's because I need to be. I don't want any data sniffers picking up on keywords that might raise alarms. Do I sound paranoid? A little. Here's the point. Don't worry about me. I'm with a couple of people who I trust now. They've been at this a lot longer than I have, and they're going to see me through this, I promise. This time next year, things will be better. The skies will be clear, the earthquakes will stop, and we'll celebrate Ramadan together. Be just like the 90s all over again. Tell Mama and Baba I miss them, and that I'm doing fine. Your sis, L. From Ron. Rami. I don't like the sound of the Slayla, and I don't like where this is leading. Not using phones is not the right way to use my mind. You have my number. I suggest you call up. No, I won't say hello to our parents for you, because doing so would bury me in questions I cannot answer. And to tell Father that you no longer work for Abstergo would break his heart. That's all he ever talks about, how his daughter is on the cutting edge of neuroscience. Man doesn't understand the first thing about what you do, or did, and he's still proud. I will not be the one to disappoint him. Is it COVID? Is that why you're being cagey? Something else? Call him, call me, and stop this insane game of hide and seek. Just want to know you're safe. And we did this. Don't have COVID. And we'll isolate just 3 of us traveling together, staying out of sight. Okay, I'm sure I'm sleepy. Yeah, okay. Alright, Layla, as you traipse about England, Bex and I thought you might want to keep your eyes out for a few things. Assassin bureaus, or the hidden ones, miraculously, that operated in Roman Britain between the years 100 and 430 CE. It's not clear why they left, but the final date corresponds roughly to the Roman exodus from Britain, so I imagine their leaving had something to do with the Empire's retreat. Mission accomplished or a lost faith, not sure, but we do know that was several hundred years before the hidden ones returned to the island, and maybe Seaman Hytham are the first in half a century. From our own archives, I believe there were 6 main bureaus operating in the London period. In Leicestershire, London, Winchester, York, Essex, and Gloucestershire. I can't pronounce some of these. These won't be the Saxon names, so you'll have to read between lines. Animus anomalies. Bex notices about 10 embedded in the simulation. They're dense clusters of data that may screw with your ability to navigate Ivor's memories. Approach with caution. You don't know what they'll do if you get too close. They may be harmless. They may induce occipital shock or wipe your mind. Hard to say. Best err on the side of hell no, but if you're curious, well, I warned you. Pieces of Eden. We don't know if any ECU artifacts we're going to be looking for specifically, but they're out there. This was a period where they often cropped up in legend. Norse and Saxon songs and tales speak of them often, so keep your eyes peeled, especially around Stonehenge. How could that not be an ECU site? Alright. And a session report. Operator 2024. Operator Rebecca. Subject Sean. Reporter William. Preface. The transformation of the Order of the Ancients into the Templars as we know them today has always been a subject of considerable debate among our ranks. We have operated with the assumption that the Templars themselves hold some or complete knowledge of this evolution, but at present no concrete historical evidence ever made it into our hands. What little data we do have is mostly a matter of public record with some exemptions. It is commonly understood that the origin of the Knights Templar dates back to 1119 CE, and this indeed was the appearance of the public face of the Templars. However, records attest to the existence of Templar agents at least 2 centuries before the state. One badly damaged document, an assassin contract from Normandy in the mid-11th century, the author makes free use of the term Templar. An earlier letter, this time from a hidden one in the region of modern-day Dorset, circa 978 CE, makes mention of a Templar spy within the ranks of the Brotherhood. From this, we can safely assume that the Templar Order, as an entity distinct from the Order of the Ancients, existed at some point in the mid-10th century. With a name to expand our understanding of this dark age, one of our agents recently volunteered to delve into his genetic memory to search for further clues to this age-old mystery. Unfortunately, what he discovered was of little use for our purposes. Yeah. John Hastings began the first of his 7 sessions on October 5th, 2014. Over the course of the next 3 weeks, he followed various matrilineal and patrilineal lines into the past, focusing on the 9th, 10th, and 11th centuries in search of assassins and or Templars in his bloodline. He found none. Minor interest, however, was the following personage here noted for the peculiarity of his biography. Alrekur Thorvaldsen, an early 9th century Jute who sailed north from modern-day Denmark with a wooden plank bearing a carving of a map that purported to mark the location of Thor's hammer. Alrekur made it as far as Stavanger before drowning afoul of a powerful clan there. Alrekur was defeated in battle and thralled as a slave. He escaped his captivity some 10 years later and returned to Jutland to marry and settle down. The location of Alrekur's map is unknown, and the existence of Thor's hammer, a precursor artifact, no doubt remains unconfirmed. Yeah, we know what that means. Alrekur's ancestors would later sail to England following the Normans' conquest of the island, settling in what is now called Lowboroughs in modern-day Leicestershire. The irony that a man named Hastings would contain no useful genetic memory data regarding the Norman invasion of England in 1066 was not lost on our dear subject. Still, he retained his usual chipper wit and asked if he might next relive the genetic memories of his grandfather to, quote, give a Nazi a proper bollocking. I love Sean. Okay. Oh, it's in the trash. Alright. Letter to Victoria... I don't know. Is it something Mr. and Madame Pivot? My name is Victoria Lazen. I was friend and colleague of Victoria's, both at Abstergo and in our subsequent freelance careers. In all the time I knew and worked with your daughter, I was always struck by her limitless intelligence, her humor, and her ability to focus, even in times of great stress. She is an inspiration, not just to me, but to all those who work with her. I'm writing to you now with the hope of shedding some light on her circumstances of her death. Realize it must be strange to receive a letter out of the blue from someone whose name you've probably never heard, offering to explain the tragic loss of one so dear. But if you'll allow me, I will try. It's with your daughter in the moments leading up to the unfortunate incident that took her life. In fact, I am partly to blame for Battle Corrupted. Pictures. Ooh, I like that. I gotta find out how to get in there. The staff. Acquired from the Eagle Bear, Cassandra, 2018. Presumed manufacture date, late in the Isu Singularity Age, approximately 75,100 BCE / approximately 2200 IE. What is IE? Is that Isu era? This staff, one of many Isu staffs to us, is first and foremost a medical device with the ability to heal, repair, restore, and rejuvenate organic tissues with unprecedented swiftness. It has been known to extend the life of its bearers well beyond the average human in Isu lifespans, and is presumed to have the ability to resuscitate living creatures in critical or suspended states. It's not been verified that the staff has the ability to resurrect the dead, but this seems unlikely based on its known features. It appears to work by reading and copying its bearer's DNA to ensure perfect replication on a broad scale. It is able to detect erroneous copies and deploy repairs so long as the bearer remains within direct contact. It's been used as a weapon infrequently, possibly by taking advantage of the tremendous power it draws from the Isu's wireless energy lattice. What? That staff has also acted as a conduit or container for the personality of an Isu called Alethea. It is not known if the personality is Alethea's original consciousness or a simulation of the original, though most neuroscientists would call this a distinction without a difference. As of early 2019, the entity known as Alethea has made Alethea. Jeez, has made no further attempts to contact me. As yet, my purpose as so-called heir of memories, as Alethea has dubbed me, remains unclear. None bears. Aramis, Trismegistus, for a long time, then Pythagoras, and then Cassandra. Oh, jeez. There's a lot here. Back before we meet at the site, I want you to see this. Last week I received the logs from my time with Bayek and came across some old notes. In the years I explored Cleopatra's Egypt, I stumbled across 62 temples, most of which were buried underneath pharaonic tomb sites. Each temple contained an Isu message clearly meant for one with the ability to read dramatic memories. I was the lucky one. I don't believe they were intended for Bayek himself, as he seemed wholly unaware of the messages as they played. They may have been coded in a way where only someone with an animus could see them. It's been a few years since I last heard these messages, so my memory is foggy, but the notes I scribbled down have a clarity that I trust. Might be something to all this, I don't know. Often I grasp outside of my area of expertise. I'm enthusiastic but wrong. Let me know if something else strikes you, Layla. Alright. Layla. Okay. Message 1, excerpt. Layers upon layers of reality, each blurring into the next. Which is real and which is not? What if none are real? What if everything you know is false? We ran thousands of simulations, searching for the right version, searching for Desmond. Each one of them felt real. But there's no way of truly knowing, is there? Not for sure. Anything can be simulated, and finding the answer could mean erasure. Teasing the assassin maxim, nothing is true, must be careful not to confuse truths with facts, however, language game you'll always lose. Though we may stumble in our attempts to interpret it, the world, the universe, reality, what you have you, it always is out there. I believe that, simulated or no. We could imagine a dozen nested simulations, and each one on the level of itself would constitute a full reality. Wolfram via Conway suggests the universe is a giant circular automata, and further, there's a point where the difference between simulated and real is meaningless. If the universe were a simulation, what would it matter? The simulation qua simulation itself would be real, and therefore everything within it would be real within the confines of the simulation. See, scientists were able to simulate pain by inducing only a few neurons to fire, no physical harm. I'm in pain, the subject says. No, you only believe you are, says the scientist. This is meaningless. As is this. You thought you were in pain, but you were mistaken. Excerpt 2. No surprise, you were designed to have boundaries after all, and one cannot speak to which one cannot conceive. The code. The equations that define life. They are nestled deep within every star and every mote of dust. Every second that passes is a word, a symbol, all part of an intricate yet simple language existing within the framework of time itself. It is one rule which applies to us all. Immutable. Inescapable. We know this. Humans were the instruments of an earlier species, the Isu, resist the temptation to say superior. Different. They were better suited to some tasks, also to others, possessed of a mind that we cannot know. But this does not get us anywhere. What is it like to be an Isu? What is it like to be a bat? The implication that the Isu could read time is interesting, but if humans could read time, would it necessarily be in the same manner and for the same purpose? Whether constructed or evolved, or a little of both as we are, we cannot be said to have been built to achieve the same ends. A round disc on its edge is a wheel, on its side a plate. How we use something can often determine its value and its perceived purpose. Number 3. Break the code, break the node. These walls tell of a tragic story, a story we transcribed on our structures, on our artifacts, a story we could not alter, a mystery defying us in plain sight. We tried. Our scholars and scientists, poets and physicists, bright minds, rebellious hearts. They all tried so hard to bring about change. We all failed. None could change what we discovered. The story written into the walls of these rooms. The reader has no power. He is but an observer, but the author invents future. The author owns the future. The Toba catastrophe, a supervolcanic event paired with a mass coronal ejection, was the beginning of the end of the Isu. It changed the Earth's environment, lowered its available oxygen levels, and generally fucked things up. The Isu never recovered. By our estimations, the last remaining Isu died just a century after the catastrophe. From that point forward, humans, their creation, ruled the roost. This disaster was not unforeseen. Isu scientists had known about their impending doom for years, perhaps decades before the catastrophe occurred. Tech themselves, they worked feverishly to find a solution. 6 methods they tried, but due to a toxic combination of hubris, political infighting, and bad luck, all 6 failed. The final method proved the most promising. It was nearly complete when tragedy struck. It was this method that Desmond Miles revived when he saved the world from a second solar flare in December 2012. This voice laments the compounded failure of their species to save themselves, but the truth is broader than that. They, with Desmond, saved us. Success deferred. Then this message, break the code, break the node. Insistent and very puzzling. Message 4. Linear continuity is a simulation that allows for variations. Within the linear continuity, there are nodes, choke points, moments where algorithms converge the the flows of superposed possibilities to a single moment that only one absolute truth is possible. Paths are fluid, continuous. Nodes are static, changeless. And the wave function collapses the paths into nodes which branch out, again and again and again. Can you feel the wave collapsing, trying to course correct Desmond's act of defiance? The incoming node needs the world to end. The algorithms have been carving the flow of possibilities towards that end for over 100 years now. Collapse the wave. While outside of my area of expertise, must contact someone who knows this shit better, but what it seems to be saying, the structure of space-time in the universe is built in such a way that certain events or clusters of events are compelled to occur. Bottleneck through which space-time flows, and one nearly impossible to avoid. There's something about this catastrophe, the one Desmond averted in 2012, that compels it to return, indifferent to our fear or pain. The tidal wave, rippling across the sea of space. It crashed once against the dike, and then that stopped it for a time. The sea rears back for another strike, and another, and another. That gives some clarity to what is happening now all around us, but it remains unclear how to change it, especially from within an animus, a simulation within a simulation. Message 5. Reality is a mathematical model which gets solved over and over and over again by the observer. Your thoughts are computations, and they render this world for you to call your own. Not all processes are alike. Different brains produce different realities. Variations go from the subtle to the drastic. Your mind defines how much you can taste, how much you can feel, how much you can understand. Perception defines perspective. We designed you and made sure to engineer your senses so you could receive just what we needed you to. Neither more nor less. There are parts of time we prefer you to remain blind to. It was a necessity. If we could suddenly see time, then that would not guarantee the same perception the Isu possessed. Okay, sorry. I like that. Message appeared and I was able to just swipe to deny it because I didn't like that message. Okay, that is great on Twitch's end. Where was I? Let us speak of time as an entity, if we may. Let us say that time is a perceivable fact in the same way that light is a perceivable fact. The ability to see this fact is in no way guarantees a sympathetic view. There are creatures stumbling around this earth that read light differently than we do, and for different purposes. Humans see in a well-known spectrum, Roy G. Biv. This sense of color is confined to the 3 cones we possess, yet nocturnal creatures see with a different scope for a different purpose: night stalking, hunting, lurking. They evolved in concert with their needs and are now constrained by them as are we. Light is only a fact seen askance and used differently by different species. It suggests we might read time is to imply we have a specific use for time. Message 6. The next chapter is unstoppable, and yet the greatest revolutions sometimes originate from the confines of impossibility, do they not? Reality is a simulation. Break the code, and in doing so escape the inescapable. The Animus was humankind's first unconscious attempt to explain what it could not see, understanding genetic memories, an eye into history. Your Animus is different, as is the mind that imagined it. It could escape the code. It could make that leap and make possible a decision that defies the order of things that are. It is ridiculous to imagine that they could change the nature of reality out there from within the confines of an Animus, simulation within this so-called simulation. But I believe I understand what this voice is telling me. My Animus is endowed with the ability to suggest alterations to days long past. From any moment in time, I can extrapolate what might have been, calculations of time. I'm not confined to what is, but what could have been. Yes, history is real, facts do matter, but from any moment in time I choose within the Animus, I can interrogate the memory. I can ask the world, what if? What if Bayek and Aya had stayed together? What if Kemu had not been murdered? I can suggest these hypotheticals and watch how they unfold. Why would I want to? For knowledge, for a better understanding of what tragedies were avoided? It remains to be seen. I am, in a sense, a reader of the calculations, as the Isu were in days past. Perhaps one day, I will be able to harness this talent to see into the future, to predict, to correct, to avoid. They would be worth something. Alright, and then we have media. Got a wave.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep I dream. And in my dreams I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
That was a strange message broadcast from an unknown source north of the Arctic Circle. The message was broadcast for 9 days, then ceased. Spectrum analysis of the image revealed coordinates to a Norse gravesite in New England, USA. For Layla.wav. Message from Sean to Layla.
Layla, thought you might be interested in this. Conversations that Bex and I had with Desmond back in 2012. December, I think. Just candid talks, that's all. We didn't square any circles or write any beat poetry. But he did have some interesting insights into his time in the Animus and what it means to be an assassin. Anyway, have a listen. You might find you and he had similar experiences, so, well, let me know what you think. Unless it's to tell me I sound like a total prat in these recordings. If that's the case, just say nothing. I mean, I did have a slight cold at the time I recorded these. That's probably why I sound odd. Anyway,
Yep.
Okay, I'm done anyway, so turn off. Turn off. Oh, it's actually just a button. Sorry, here we go.
I love that. Desmond dash hyphen or underscore 01.wav.
No, come on, Sean. Turn that thing off.
Oh, hold on. I like what you said there. I want to get this for posterity. Say it again, nice and loud.
Seriously?
Sure, come on. If nothing else, it'll give me leverage with your old man.
Ah, that's your angle. Nice. What I said was, I wish I hadn't been born into the Assassins. I wish I had chosen this life. Is that good enough?
Sure, but why is that?
Because choice is the central idea of our creed. It underpins everything, right? It's about free will. It's about seeing the evidence before you and saying, yes, this is what I want. Or, no, this isn't for me. But when you're born into a group like this, or any other, like I was, you get mixed signals. You get told over and over again, this is what we believe. These are the rules. This is reality. No deviation. And if you question it, oh, they look at you like you killed a puppy. That's hardly free will. It's a weird irony when free will is your central belief, but nobody wants you to believe otherwise. I don't know how to say it exactly, but I always thought there was something self-destructive about our creed. If free will is the most important moral guidepost we have, we should be free to ignore it. To choose submission, for example. You know what I mean? Like, we should be free to side with the Templars. If it's really my choice, I could do that.
Right. It's almost self-refuting. A democracy could democratically elect a dictator or choose to get rid of democracy altogether. Within our creed is the seed of its own destruction. That's what makes it powerful, I think. And fragile.
Right. The more freedom you have, the more risky it is, you know? Anyway, my dad has mellowed over the years, but he was strict when we lived on the farm. He ran a tight ship. I never got the impression that I was free to choose my path forward. Our creed, our tenets, they were drilled into my head. By the time I was a teenager, I was following these rules out of a sense of duty. This was just what we did.
That happens to a lot of organizations over time. A stagnation sets in, you know? A fundamentalism.
Yeah. Following the rules becomes more important than achieving whatever goal you set out for yourself. And people start to lose sight of the reason the rules exist.
That's called deontology, or a form of it. Following a rule for its own sake and not for the consequences it has.
Yeah, but that feels backwards, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. Following a rule is the easy part. Praying, taking a sip of wine, munching on a wafer. Rituals that give comfort.
But that's just going through the motions. It makes people feel like they're doing something. When the hard work is, well, actually getting off your ass and doing something productive. I think people just want boundaries. Tight boundaries. They want to see the four walls that pen them in.
I don't disagree.
Anything outside that, anything that makes life more complex, that's scary. That's why I envy you. You chose this life. You went through that process, and you decided, yes, I believe in this.
Sure. It didn't stop me from being an insufferable know-it-all as a teenager, but I see your point.
I would have loved to have been a know-it-all. I knew nothing. Not until you guys found me. Yeah. It wasn't until I met you, and Bex, and Lucy, that I knew. I knew I wanted to be an assassin.
Oh, thanks, Des. Come here. Bring it in, bud. I don't normally like touching, but I'll make an exception now.
I am not hugging you.
You sure? Because I smell very nice today.
Can you just turn that off?
I love that. That was from December 19th, 2012. Desmond_02.wav.
Hold on, I'll just set this here.
Early from the 20th, next day.
Everything we talk about?
Not everything, but you've been using the Animus so much, I thought this was a good chance to learn some things about prolonged exposure.
So I'm your guinea pig?
No, my guinea pigs are all dead.
Oh, stream's dropping again.
Cute.
Can I ask you about the bleeding effect? Any recent flashes? Any memories resurfacing?
Yeah, the usual things.
As long as the recording's going, we're fine.
Altair and Ezio a few times a day. Nothing intrusive, just brief moments. They pass quickly, almost without me noticing. Like a figure in the corner of my eye. Or remembering a dream from the night before. I did have one extended hallucination a few days ago. It was Ezio. He was older, around the time he left Cappadocia. He was standing on the deck of a ship, alone. And through him, I could feel an intense regret or guilt. And it felt to me like he'd had a loss of faith in himself, in the creed, like he couldn't keep it up, couldn't stay true to his ideals. And as I watched him, I thought, is this the moment he decided he was done being an assassin? It felt like it. Anyway, most of my visions have been brief, lasting just a few seconds. They're like complete memories of small moments that appear suddenly out of nowhere, fully formed. It's a strange feeling.
Okay, anything else?
I'm starting to see Connor now, too. Though I hear his voice more often than I see him. I'm sure that will change. Oh, yeah, and yesterday, just before bed, I had a memory of being on a beach in the Caribbean with a bunch of sailors. Or maybe they were pirates. I don't know. No idea.
Huh.
Oh, referring to Kenway.
And how do you feel in general?
In general? Well, I feel older, for one. Much older. And it's strangely comforting. I'm collecting the memories and skills and thoughts of so many people. I feel like I've lived a few hundred years or more. Is it possible that if I do this for too long, it'll push my own memories aside? That I'll be everyone but myself after a while?
It's possible. That's called identity substitution. It's happened before, but it's rare. And someone with your background shouldn't need to worry.
My background? You mean someone with my genes? My abilities?
You have Isu DNA, and that lets you see things and do things and withstand traumas that other people can't.
And I can suffer in ways that others can't.
Correct.
That's not something to be proud of.
You mean the apple?
Yeah. It has a pull, Bex. It tugs at my brain. It talks to me. Teases me. Drives me mad.
No, well, damn.
Lucy. God damn it. Nothing is worth the damage I did. The pain I caused.
I know. But you're special. That's the point.
I'm not special, Bex. I'm lucky. That's all.
I understand.
We're assassins. It's our creed that makes us different, not our genes, not our blood. Anyone can join us.
That's true. But let's leave that aside for a second. What I want to know is, have you ever had any Isu memories resurface?
Isu memories?
I mean, what about the puzzle from 2?
Don't think so. I
Subject 16
can't
ones.
begin to imagine what that would feel like.
I think you'd know if you did. Maybe one day. We might be able to induce something.
Jesus, let's fix the world first, okay? Before we start digging up my ancient ancestors.
Deal.
With my luck, I'll be related to some third-rate Isu like Sisyphus or something.
Way to aim high, buddy.
Hey, you gotta.
Oh, that is great. Alright, that is everything on this computer. Let's get back into the Animus then. And in we go.
All right, time to go. Norway to England takes about a week by long ship, so I'll scrub ahead.
Layla, you okay?
Sorry. Can you play the message again?
We have the transcript. If you're looking for something, I can
No,
go and...
I want to hear it.
Okay.
I don't mean to be cryptic. It's just... that message led us here. To this place. To a Norse grave in North America.
Yes.
So those bones out there are the only lead we have. Our only chance at fixing this planet before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
Here it is.
I lived, I died, and now I sleep. And in my sleep, I dream.
Oh yeah, we listened to this one.
And in my dreams, I see an end to the doom that will grip the earth once again. Find the wolf-kissed. Find the mad one. Find me. And save us all from another death.
Unsettling, that is.
Well then.
That pulse in the message. Are you sure it's just coordinates? Nothing else?
Nothing I can find.
Okay.
All right.
I'm ready.
Oh, in we go.
Here we go.